Hey guys, what's up? IjsRrb here and welcome back to another Destiny video. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about Trials of Osiris and Destiny as a competitive esport like other games such as Call of Duty, CSGO, etc. Now, Trials of Osiris is probably my favorite Crucible activity to do in Destiny at the moment. And in all true honesty, I'd love to see Destiny become an esport where you go to tournaments and compete. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about subclasses, weapons, and also things like radar and reviving. But before I jump into it though, in the description there are 3 simple steps to a giveaway where you guys can win an awesome Turtle Beach headset. Just follow them if you'd like to be entered. Now, jumping into the video, for this to happen, we'd need a private match option, and major changes would need to be made in order to make it a level playing field. Now, this is the biggest thing when creating a competitive title. Everything has to be balanced and even. Now, with at the moment 6 possible subclasses and soon to be 9 subclasses, this would be a difficult thing. You either allow players to play any subclass they want or restrict them, which I don't think would work. Now, the subclasses are a different thing to approach in this video, and I think I'm going to have a sit down and talk to one of my buddies. Me and my buddy FragmanSaul was actually talking about this a few days ago, who, you know, we actually came up with this idea, and if you guys would like us to sit down and talk more in depth about this, let me know in the comments below. Also, you can find a link to his channel in the video description too. So, let's say Destiny never has a competition element. I'd still like to see Trials of Osiris that bit more competitive. So next I want to talk about radar. Now, to make Trials way more challenging and I think more fun, I'd like to see the radar removed. I did recently play Inferno Skirmish with some friends, which was a ton of fun. Now, this would switch things up massively. For those of you that have played Trials, you probably noticed on every map there is a high traffic area or areas. Now, this is where both teams meet and battle it out. I'd like to see the radar removed because it would allow players that are creative to take enemies by surprise by, let's say, flanking. It would also allow players that are adaptable to counter the flank, and I think removing the radar and having, let's call it the Inferno Trials of Osiris playlist would be crazy fun, more challenging, and even more rewarding. People could get so creative with taking their enemies down, and it would give people way more of a buzz. The next change I'd like to see happen to Trials of Osiris is possibly the removing or reviving teammates once they die. This would bring the ultimate competitive element to Destiny. It would also change how people think, play, and act in certain situations. Yes, it would slow the pace of the game down, but then the round ending timer would keep things fun. It would still have the Trials of Osiris feel to it, but it would be way more competitive, rewarding, and fun, like I've already said. Also, for me, there's nothing worse than being in a 1v1 and your enemy revives a teammate. Once he's done that, you've had it. Next, I want to talk about weapons and exotics in particular. If it was down to me, my first opinion or option is to remove the possibility of choosing any weapon. Instead, you would be limited to one choice of one hand cannon, one auto rifle, scout rifle, pulse rifle, etc., shotgun, sniper, fusion rifle. Everyone would have the same loadout or the same choice of weapons, so it would be balanced. Now, I know a lot of you guys will agree with me, and I know that some of you won't agree with me on this point. But if you don't agree with me, my next option would be, if the community didn't want to have a selected set of weapons that you would have to use, then I'd remove the option to equip exotics in the Trials of Osiris only. It would make it more competitive because each exotic weapon has a unique perk, like the Varan Essence on Thorn. Not everyone has the Thorn, and it takes some people longer than others to get. Yet everyone can go to the vendor and buy a weapon when it's on sale. Now, my last point is to remove supers, or have it so you can only use one super per match at the most. Trials should be all about skill and not about running into a room and then Titan smashing the floor or throwing a Nova bomb at people picking up heavy ammo. It should boil down to raw gun skill. After all, they said they wanted Trials of Osiris to be more competitive. So these are just a few points that I've touched on briefly. I do plan to sit down and talk with my buddy FragmanSaul about these in more details over the coming weeks. If you would like to see that, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also follow me over on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram for daily posts posts involving Destiny and day-to-day life. Thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe for more Destiny content right here on my channel. I've been IjsRrb. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.